See, it's going up. All right, so we're live here. I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the questions that we get more than just about anything. Let me fix the camera here a little bit. Live action. There we go. Boom. So one of the questions that we've been getting more than anything else about the More 3 is how it compares to the Nike Invincible. And so I went back out on my run today and did another run in these because I hadn't run in them after I ran in the More. I really like the More. You can watch that video. All of us really like this shoe a lot. We also like the Invincible quite a bit. So what's the difference? I just think we're gonna start off with, I would use these shoes for different things even though they're both very highly cushioned trainers. This one here, 4mm drop. You're gonna be rolling through your stride with a rockered feel, and it has tons of cush, very nice, very luxurious feel underneath the foot with the Fresh Foam X. This guy's got the Zoom X. You're gonna have a 9mm drop according to Nike. Nike saying it is a 36 stack in the back, 27 in the front. It doesn't look like it's that much different than the More. The More actually looks pretty thick, but you gotta see, like, you kind of sit in this once you're in the shoe, so it's not like your foot is floating on top of this piece of rubber here. So it actually does feel like a more smooth, lower to the ground roll through, even though there's so much cush here. This guy, the Zoom X, is bouncy. It has a nice, really nice feel to it. Between the two, I'd also say the More 3 is more stable. It's got a wider platform. Altogether, as you see in the throat here, well, I don't know if it's actually wider looking at it this way. It feels like a wider, more stable platform in this. This one kind of rocks back and forth. It feels a little rounded. You're gonna have a much snugger upper on the Nike Invincible, a tighter fit. This isn't gonna accommodate as many wide foot people as the More will. So I would probably go with the More if you have a wider foot. But I find myself liking this shoe for kind of those long runs where you just want to, maybe you're going to pick up the pace a little bit, but this is more of a cruiser. You lock into like a feel and just roll through it. And this one's more in the daily trainer category for me, where this is going to be like sort of like one of those do-it-all shoes where you're going to do a little more in it than maybe the More. I do think both shoes, you can't go wrong. It's just going to come down to personal preference. When people have asked us which one we would go with, I mean, it's going to depend on the mood. I really enjoyed running in this Nike Invincible today. I love running in the Fresh Foam More 3. So I hate to tell you this, you might want both shoes. But if you have a wide foot and want a more stable ride, I would go with the More 3. If you like Nike, like a real nice bounce underneath your foot, then you're probably going to want to go with the Invincible. I sort of do like the tight fit of the upper here, but both shoes fit me well. I'm sorry if this doesn't help. This one again, you have a 33-29 for a 4mm drop and a rockered bottom. This guy here looks somewhat rockered. It's not as aggressive as a rocker as you feel in the More. And it has a 36-27 for a 9mm drop. The weights are comparable. I believe the Nike Invincible is a little bit lighter at, I have it at 10.7 ounces. This was 11.11 ounces. This one, I'll give it to you more in a little more succinct form. This one's 10.7 ounces with 300 grams, and the More 3, let me see, is 11.1 ounces. I think it was like 3 something. Let me get the other one. $314 grams. So that's about it. It's really going to come down to personal preference on these. I'm going to let you make a choice. But if you've run in these, I don't think you've had a chance to run in the More yet, but if you have, let us know what you think. I think they're both great. These are both great options for a well-cushioned shoe. Let us know. Hopefully this helps a little bit. Then there's one other one I'd throw in the mix. 10mm drop, Boost. This one's weighing in the most at 12.77 ounces or 362 grams. And again, this one has a really nice cushion feel, a little less under the forefoot here, but you get that LEP plate that gives you a nice little toe off. So all three of these, some great cushioned trainers out there for those long, easy miles. You should check them out. Thanks for tuning in.